a desperate attempt to catch up on what has been left undone. These men are on the front lines of Argentina's battle against Chagas disease. The disease, which can be fatal, is transmitted by this insect, the vinchuca, and in this part of the country, it's winning the battle.
There are no resources. The government sees this as an expense and not as preventative medicine. The problem is that the victims are the most needy, so the resources are scarce.
Discovered over 100 years ago, Chagas disease kills 50,000 people a year in Latin America, and most of them are poor. Yolanda Cortes lives in this remote area of El Chaco. She's 14 years old, and around her home these insects are everywhere.
I was bitten a few months ago. I was all bloated, so I went to the hospital to have myself checked. But when I got there were no doctors.
Children have to be treated before they turn 14. If not, their heart and digestive systems will suffer. Most victims will die before they turn 50. Chagas is a disease of the poor, and these days in El Chaco, it seems to be out of control. The insect crawls out from these muddy walls during the night and bites people while they're sleeping. After it has sucked their blood, it defecates near the wound, and when people unwillingly scratch that wound, that's when the parasite enters the bloodstream. The best way of preventing the spread of the disease is to kill the insect that carries it by spraying. The national government has sent teams from other provinces to work here and insists that the situation is not as bad as it seems.
We know that in the northern provinces, Chagas disease has increased, so we have relaunched our national plan against Chagas disease with great economic investment. The situation is not out of control.
But local doctors disagree, saying that the problem has been all but ignored by authorities.
The fact that around 50% of children are infected means that in the last years there has been no fumigation. This part of the country seems to be forgotten, and I think it's a battle that we could win in the long run.
A battle against disease that was forgotten for a while. Lack of resources and indifference have condemned people like Yolanda for the rest of her life. Teresa Bo, Al Jazeera, El Chaco.